Let me paint you a picture, and I'd guess you've lived this one. It's Easter morning. There's a dozen eggs boiled for the family. The first one comes out of the bowl, and half the white comes away with the shell. The next one does the same thing. Craters all over it, little chunks stuck to everything. And by about the sixth egg, somebody is standing over that sink getting mad at a chicken. Anybody who has ever cooked for a family knows that feeling. I did that for 30 years, and I just figured that's how eggs were. Nobody ever told me any different. Then I took a job cooking breakfast in a hotel kitchen. 300 eggs out the door before 9 in the morning. And I stood there and watched the fella next to me turn out every single one of them perfect. Shells slid off in one piece every time. And here's the part that got me. He never boiled a single egg. There was a pot on that stove and there was water in it, and those eggs never touched that water. Not once. So I watched him, and I asked a lot of questions. And I learned 5 things in that kitchen. The first one surprised me the most. That mistake happens before the pot ever goes on the stove, and I'd bet money most of you did it this week without giving it a second thought. So stick around for number 5, because that's the one that decides whether the shell comes off in one nice piece or in 40 little bits you're picking out of your egg. Real quick though, if you like this sort of thing, go on and hit subscribe. I read every comment that comes in. All right, let's get to it. Number 1, and here it is. Stop washing your eggs. Now I know some of you are already shaking your head at me. You've seen those videos where they soak the eggs in a bowl with baking soda and salt and scrub them all up nice and shiny. And I understand why you'd want to. I do. You know where an egg comes out of a hen. It comes out the same door the mess does, so of course you'd want to give the thing a wash. But let me tell you what's going on in there that you can't see. An eggshell isn't solid, not even close. It's got thousands of tiny little holes in it so the chick inside can breathe. And when that hen lays the egg, she puts a thin coat over the whole thing, and on the farm we call that the bloom. It fills in all those little holes. Think of it as a lid, and it keeps the bad stuff out. Wash it off and all those doors are standing wide open. And cold water makes it worse, not better. Cold water makes the inside of an egg pull in a little, and that sucks the water down through those holes. So, whatever was sitting on the outside of that shell just got pulled inside with it. That's why the food safety folks say eggs shouldn't be washed at home. The ones from the store already got washed at the plant. They're clean, they're done. And if you've got a farm egg with a little dirt on it, wipe it with a dry cloth, or give it a quick rinse under warm water right before it goes in the pot. Warm, not cold. Just never let an egg sit and soak in a bowl. Then you cook it, and the heat takes care of the rest. Number 2, and this one is the whole ball game. Never start your eggs in cold water. Everybody knows how it usually goes. The eggs go in the pot, cold water on top. On the stove it goes. And now, there's nothing to do but stand there and wait for it to boil. That's how my mother did it. Probably most mothers did. And that right there is why those eggs won't peel. Most folks think the white is sticking to the shell, but it isn't. There's a thin little skin in between the two, like a sheet of wet paper, and that skin is the troublemaker. When an egg warms up slow, the white has plenty of time to stick to that paper, and it sticks hard. Now they're stuck together for good. So the shell comes off, the paper comes off, and the white comes off with them. Half the egg goes down the drain. But when an egg goes straight into heat that's already hot, the white sets in a hurry and grabs onto itself instead. It never gets the chance to grab that skin at all. Same egg, same pot, and the only thing different was how hot that pot was when the egg went in. Number 3, and this is the hotel part. You steam them, you don't boil them. And here's all there is to it. That pot on the stove had about an inch of water in it. Just an inch. And sitting down in there was a steamer basket, one of those little metal folding ones that costs a few dollars and outlives everybody. The water came up to a good rolling boil first. Then the eggs went into the basket, and the lid went on. The eggs never touched the water. The steam did all the work. And there's 2 good reasons that beats boiling every time. The first one is that boiling water is rough. It knocks those eggs against the bottom of the pot and against each other the whole time they're cooking. That's how they crack, and that's how the white leaks out. Steam doesn't knock anything around. It's gentle as can be. The second reason is the bigger one. When 6 cold eggs go into a pot of boiling water, that water stops boiling. The temperature drops right off. So every batch comes out a little bit different, and nobody quite knows what they're going to get. Steam doesn't do that. Steam holds steady no matter how many eggs are sitting in there. And that's the real reason the hotels do it this way. Not because it's fancy, but because it comes out the same every single morning. And that's what they need. Number 4 is the clock. And this is where good eggs go bad, even when you've done everything else right. The timer started the minute that lid went on. And that number on the timer decides everything. At 6 minutes, an egg came out soft, with a runny yolk. At 9 minutes, the middle was still a little soft and bright orange. At 12 or 13 minutes, it was firm all the way through. That's the one for egg salad and for a picnic. Straight out of the fridge, you might want 1 more minute, and my stove isn't your stove. So the first time you do this, pull one out and cut it open. Then you'll know your number, and you'll never have to guess again. Now here's something nobody ever warns you about. That ugly gray-green ring you see around the yolk sometimes, that is not a bad egg. That's an egg you cooked too long. The iron in the yolk runs into the sulfur in the white, and they leave that ring behind. It won't hurt you one bit, but it tastes dull and chalky, and it makes your deviled eggs look sad sitting there on the plate. Hold on though, before the last one. If any of this is helping you out, do me a favor and tap subscribe. This next part is the one that finishes the whole job. Okay, number 5. The second that timer goes off, those eggs go straight into cold water. Have your bowl sitting ready before you ever start, then spoon them right in. And 2 things happen in there. The first is that the cooking stops right where it was meant to. An egg left sitting hot on the counter keeps right on cooking from the inside, and that's how the gray ring shows up even when the timer was perfect. The second is that everything inside pulls back a little as it cools, and that pulls the egg away from the shell. 10 good minutes in that water, and no rushing it. And now here's my favorite trick in this whole business. Take 1 egg, drop it in a glass or a jar with a splash of water in the bottom, put your hand over the top, and give it a shake. 20-30 seconds, and you'll hear it rattling in there. The shell cracks up all over, the water works its way underneath, and the whole thing comes off in 1 or 2 big pieces. Honestly, it's the most satisfying thing in the kitchen. And when you go to peel, start at the fat end, because there's a little pocket of air in that end, and it gives you something to get a hold of. Alright, now there's 3 old tricks you've probably heard about, and I want to be straight with you about them. 2 don't work, and 1 does. The first one is vinegar in the water. People say it softens the shell so it peels easier. It doesn't. 12 minutes is nowhere near long enough for that. Now, vinegar does do one useful thing. If an egg cracks open while it's cooking, the vinegar makes that white set up quick so you don't get a mess all through your pot. So use it for that if you like. Just don't expect it to help you peel. The second one is salt in the water. That doesn't help you peel either. And with this method, your egg never touches the water anyway, so it's got nothing to sit in. The third one is that old eggs peel easier than fresh ones. Now that one is true. It's why folks with their own hens have such a hard time of it, because their eggs are always fresh. But here's the good news. Once you start steaming them, you hardly notice the difference at all. And that's the best part of this whole thing. And hey, since you stuck around to the end, let me tell you what we really did in that hotel kitchen. It's boring, I'll warn you now. A basket, an inch of water, and a timer. That's the whole secret. Nothing added to the water, no baking soda, no scrubbing, no soaking, just heat that was already hot before the egg showed up, and a bowl of cold water waiting on the other end. And we cooked them the night before too, and left them in their shells in the fridge. A cooked egg keeps a good week that way, and it peels even easier cold the next morning. Now I want to hear from you. Tell me down in the comments how you like your yolk. Runny, jammy, or good and firm. And tell me where you're watching from while you're down there, because I do love seeing how far these things travel. And if this helped you out, do me a solid and send it along to whoever does the cooking in your family at the holidays. Anybody who's ever made a plate of deviled eggs will thank you for it. Thanks for spending a bit of your day with me, and I'll see you in the next one.